Hello, hello, everybody.
Hey there, Ross. How's it going?
Hey, Lucas. Doing good. How are you?
Likewise, likewise.
Thanks for joining. Got some exciting updates today. And as we're on this call right now, we've got OpenAI Dev Day going on, which is pretty interesting to see. So I'm sure we're gonna have a lot more fun stuff come out in the next few weeks and months because of this. And for those of you that have been around for a little while, we've been talking about voice and some of these other things and like kind of waiting until OpenAI releases those things. And it looks like they might have just done that, which is super cool. So that's going to be very exciting. But anyway, I'm going to put the itinerary for today's meeting in the chat. I'm going to go over some of the new updates, and then I've got a little bit of information on some pricing and how to create an offer, which is one of the most common questions that we get all the time. And then, of course, at the end, we're going to do our general Q&A, which will have a bit more time today to review any questions that people might have. So if you guys have those, feel free to put them in the chat or wait till the end in the QA session, and then I'll get to you during that process. All right. So quickly, we got a bunch of updates coming out soon. Share my screen here. A lot of platform stability updates are coming as well. And some of the new items that I'm going to mention today is another update with the website scraper. This has been something that people have been asking for quite a while. So when you're in your knowledge base and adding information into a AI agent, we can scrape a website. Now we can add more than one URL at a time and scrape each of these URLs, either just the ones that we entered. So if I just pasted in these two URLs, it'll only scrape these two URLs that I've entered in here. If I uncheck this box, it'll scrape all URLs on both of these base domains. So this is a much easier way to now control what information you want to put into the AI chatbot, because as we know, good data in, we get good data out or better responses out. So it's always important to try to keep that in mind of, especially when clients might be asking for some ridiculous thing like being able to scrape Wikipedia or something like that. You can tell them, yeah, you can, but here's why you wouldn't want to do that for these various reasons, which mainly just making sure that all the data that is put into the bot is relevant. So it's just another quick way to help you and your clients do that. Now, quickly, I just wanted to mention the roadmap.stammer.ai. You can find all of our latest changelog and information about new features that are in the pipeline, as well as be able to add any ideas and updates that you'd like to see. So feel free to go to roadmap.stammer.ai and you can add and upvote other items other people have added as well. All right, and then moving right along. This is a quite a long tutorial that I filmed a couple weeks ago about how to create an offer and the different pricing for your individual AI agents or your subscriptions that you're going to sell, because there's a lot of different options, especially within the the platform, but also just kind of in general with how you as an agency are dealing with clients. So this is a quick Notion little Notion thing that we put together that Drew and I worked on. And I'm going to go through it quickly and how it relates to what you can do inside the application. And I think this is where I hope that a lot of people get value from, is being able to understand that you have these options available to you, and here's how to do those certain things within the platforms. That way it's reflective to your actual clients. So the first thing I'd like to mention is just in general, when you're using the platform, when using Stammer and white labeling it, there's a couple different ways that you could start, especially if you're brand new and don't necessarily have any clients. And getting your foot in the door with new clients can be a little bit daunting when you're first getting started. But the cool thing about having a white label platform is you have immediate validity of being a real platform. You're not just saying something like an agency might say, oh, I guarantee, I'll guarantee you get X amount more meetings scheduled or whatever it is. You can just show people in real time, like we do every week on these office hours, about the different features, and try to get that client to have their AI, quote unquote, AI aha moment, where they see the value of what this stuff can actually provide to their business. So I say that in the sense of, if you're trying to focus on getting your first client, you can use the platform and its abilities to get people on a free trial to start testing the platform before they're submitting any payment information or anything to you. And this is one of the best places to start because this is where you can set up your no credit card required free trial. And so that's basically like if you go to app.stammer and you were to click create an account, this is the flow that you or your clients would see. And if we go to a white label version of this, we can see it's very similar, but it allows me to create an account. So if I was one of your users as an agency and I clicked create an account, it's going to prompt me to enter in my information to create an account. Now, this is a free account where I'm setting all of the settings for this free account in this section right here. So inside the SaaS configurator, we're going to go into free trial settings, and this is the no credit card required because I did not, as a user, I did not have to put in a credit card to create a free account. And now we can, as the agency, I can set what I want people to experience when they sign up for this free plan. In this case, I'm setting it to be one AI agent, $5 of complimentary credit into their wallet, which will be used to pay for the AI messages that the client is going to be paying 0.006 cents per message. And so this is how we're setting our profit margin for people that are on this free trial when they're using this complimentary credit. And so all of these options are available to you based off of what you want to provide your clients or your leads that are signing up for free accounts, and what they can see for their permissions and how long their free trial is. This is all up to you and how you can control how you want to run your agency. And getting people on a free trial is really beneficial because then you can start to showcase the value of the platform and what it can do to then get them to eventually upgrade on something that is a paid plan with monthly recurring revenue, or eventually a one-off done for you offer where you could do more of a white glove service where you're building the chatbot for them or the agent for them. And I bring that up because, as most agency owners know, like, business owners really want to focus on their business. They see this stuff and they're like, this is cool, but business owners still don't even build their own websites, even though there's hundreds of different website platforms out there. So AI is still so new. So it does kind of take a little bit of gung ho to get things moving. But as an agency, you are seen as the authority figure. And so once you get people onto the platform and they're like, oh, I just want more help, or can you do it for me? That's where you can come in and set up a higher tier offer. And this also comes into play when you're doing something that is more custom. So like a custom function or a custom integration that you're using the API to enable an AI chatbot to be behind a certain channel or integrate with a certain CRM. These are certain things that you can charge a lot more money for. So this Notion template will be available, and it's also available on the underneath the description of this video. And this is all available in the documentation, and I'll put this in the chat right here. But yeah, so that kind of gives you just a brief little breakdown of how to think about getting people on the platform and starting to showcase the value, at which point you can use more standard email and calling and follow-ups and things like that to get them to convert as it being a paid client. All right. So that being said, we'll just go to the general Q&A section. And if anybody has any questions or comments, concerns, please feel free to put it in the chat and we'll get things answered for you. And if you just joined, we just went over some of the new features like multiple URL scraping and a quick tutorial on the pricing information. And now we're going to go into just general Q&A. Tim, Drew, anything you guys want to add or mention?
No, actually, I have nothing today.
Well, and if you guys are thinking of questions or things to say, I'll just reiterate the best way to get like a bunch of detailed information or questions answered is obviously from our documentation on docs.stammer.ai, but also on my YouTube channel. I'm posting more things that are more general about agency and how to run your agency. So, shameless plug, I guess, to my YouTube channel, but check that out. That's just YouTube on YouTube. That'll bring you up to my channel. But talking about kind of more general stuff about agency and other strategies and things like cold email and how to do calls and things like that. Yeah. All right. Any questions, or we can end early today?
Nothing for me today, Russ.
We have I actually will mention this. So previously we did, and Lucas, you'll love this too. The Thursday calls that we used to do kind of morphed into these calls with these tutorials and things that I've been showing. But I partnered up with one of my former colleagues, Brock Jones, and we're going to be launching a Skool community, which is going to be free for all Stammer subscribers to start. So that'll be a cool. And he recently sold his agency. He exited his agency, and we're basically teaming up to launch a Skool to document and create information and share it with everybody about how he was able to not only grow a very profitable agency, but then also exit from it. And similar to me, he's now focused on starting his own SaaS company. So we're kind of we're targeting people that are starting an agency who want to sell their agency, and people that are interested in this starting a SaaS or white labeling SaaS, all this type of stuff that's kind of now becoming very much more popular, especially with other platforms like Go High Level and things like that. So we're going to be launching that, I believe, at the end of this week, but I'll do a formal launch to everyone, I believe, on next week's office hours, as well as in the Discord and things like that. And again, that will be free for all Stammer subscribers. I believe otherwise we're going to charge like $100 a month, I think, for it. But for all you guys, it'll be free, and hopefully you guys get a bunch of value from it, because we're going to put a good amount of work into it.
Cheers. That's a really cool concept.
Yeah,
Yeah, love that.
yeah, and we'll kind of see where it goes. But yeah, excited to get more on the insights. And Brock's agency was an advertising agency, so we'll also have a bunch of information about what's the proper ways to run the best ads and things like that. So yeah, it's gonna be very cool. We're gonna do some interviews too with some other successful agency owners as well. And that'll be all up on my YouTube as well. So
Love it.
cool. All right. Well, I think if there are no questions or anything, we'll end it early today. As always, you guys can email us directly, join the Discord, let us know if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, and we'll see everybody next week. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you, Ross. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Take care. Bye bye.